figuring out whether or not you're connecting with the decision maker when you enter on a phone call or you're entering into the sales meeting, right? When you're selling your products, your services, or your programs. The easiest way to do this is just ask them straightforward right away. Hey, John, is there anybody else that needs to be on this call that would have an impact on the decision today? That would need to be here in order to make a decision today, right? Is there anybody else that you need to connect with that might be in the decision making of you buying a product of this magnitude, or buying a service of this magnitude, or buying a program of this magnitude, right? You're asking that, figuring out if there's anybody else that they can, you're overcoming the fact that this person that you're sitting in front of is the decision maker, right? They are qualified. They do have, they're the ones that make the decision to have the money to actually buy the product, right? And do you have the product and the service that's going to provide them the solution to the problem, right? So you must be connecting with the decision maker. The easiest way is right away. Don't wait. Don't go into the process. Just say, is there anybody else that needs to be on this phone call that is going to make an impact on this decision? Do you have to converse with anybody else, or are you the boss man? Do you have to connect and talk this over before you make a decision today with anybody else, or are you the one that makes the decisions, right? Is there anybody else that needs to be involved today in order for us to make a decision today, right? Those are very easy ways to figure out if you're talking to the person that's the decision maker, right? To continuously keep moving forward. Now, when you qualify a prospect, right, qualifying them is one, making sure they're a decision maker. Two, making sure that they have the funds and the things to be able to buy the product or the service or the program that you have to offer. But the biggest thing is making sure they're the person you need to be talking to, and they understand and they can make that decision today, right? So that's one of the most important things. A lot of times people, they get caught up with the objection. I have to communicate with so-and-so. I have to talk to my wife. I have to talk to my partner. I have to talk to John. He's the one who's heading of this division or whatever, right? Make sure that you're talking to the decision maker right away. So that way, if you need to, you can either get him on the phone with you, do a three-way conversation, or set a time up to where you can talk or gather some find some information right now from this individual about the other individual. So when you do start connecting with that other individual as well, you can offer them a solution to the problems based off of the perception and the facts that you got from the person you're communicating with directly. When you have that conversation with the other guy and you have both of them together, now you're a little bit more prepared to move forward into the proposal of your product, your service, or your program. Okay, so make sure you have the decision maker. If not, set a time, figure out some information about them, set another time where you all can be together, so that way you can make this thing a go, right? Figure out who the decision maker is and find them and get them on the phone or get them in the appointment as well.